We're just going to interject here just for a moment. That was South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem, who said a lot of things. But we have, as we've said over the course of this coverage, we will interject when we feel like there's something that's important and deliberate and very wrong that should be corrected, just so that we feel responsible about our broadcast. In this case, Governor Noem just said, from Seattle and Portland to Washington and New York, Democrat-run cities across this country are being overrun by violent mobs. The violence is rampant. There's looting, chaos, destruction, murder. People that can afford to flee have fled. Joining us for more on that and to essentially run a reality check on that assertion is the mayor of the great city of Seattle, Jenny Durkan, who's joining us on short notice. Mayor Durkan, thank you very much for getting on the phone with us tonight to respond to this from Governor Noem. I just wanted to ask your impression of those remarks from her.
So thank you for letting me respond. I will say one thing. She is very right about one thing, and that is our values are at stake: equality, freedom, and opportunity. And unfortunately, this president does not stand for any of those values. And her caricature of the great cities across America is not only wrong, it's purposefully wrong. I think she needs to get off Twitter and get off Fox News and come see our city. Seattle is it is a city that I raised my two children in, and I would not have raised them anywhere else. They're fine young men, as are their friends. We have our violent crime is down 5% this year. We have people are not leaving Seattle. In fact, again, our housing prices continue to increase, and the people moving here are young families.
Mayor Durkan, the caricature of your city and other, as the Republicans say, Democrat-run cities, because they don't like to say Democratic, I don't know, is that the whole country is at risk of falling into anarchy and chaos, and that if Democrats have control over more of the country, things will fall apart into a Hobbesian struggle for the strongest. That caricature has been used really against Seattle more than anywhere else. Does it have a material effect on your ability to govern and Seattle's ability to get the resources that it needs for what the city needs to get done?
It did have an impact on this summer on some things, because the president and Fox News were so insistent on driving that message that people started to come there to make the reality real. But our city, like every city in America right now, with COVID-19 and a challenging economy, has a lot to work through, and that's where we need federal leadership, and that's where he has absolutely failed. Mayors in America were on the front line of COVID-19 because there was no federal leadership. We're on the front lines of the civil rights movement of our time because there was no federal leadership. He cannot answer those questions, so he tries to change the topic. And Seattle is a great city. We have some of the most innovative employers anywhere. We have a growing city that has the best workforce anywhere. And it's not as portrayed by the president or by Governor Noem. I mean, he tried to make it sound like there were mobs rampant throughout Seattle. It's not the case.
Mayor Jenny Durkan of the great American city of Seattle. Mayor Durkan, thank you for joining us on short notice tonight. Again, we don't intend to interject throughout the evening, but when something really, really wrong gets said deliberately, particularly when they're trying to build a theme around it, we feel responsible to correct the record.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.